Hey folks, it's Rick Wilson doing a quick video here. It is about 6 o'clock on Wednesday night. Guys, I just want to say this so that we're all very clear on this. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. The Wall Street Journal dropped its second nuke today on Trump. We started out last week with the Donald Trump sending his good friend Jeffrey Epstein a nude drawing and a little piece of birthday wishes, talking about the beautiful secret they shared. By the way, the beautiful secret, folks, I'm going to just let you know, wasn't stock tips or real estate investment tips. It was Jeffrey Epstein ran a pedophile sex slave ring, and Donald Trump was his close friend and run-in buddy. But tonight, you saw the classic Murdoch play. They opened the gate with a big sexy notification. They now have set off the second bomb. Trump is in the Epstein files. They made such a mistake. The Trump people made such a mistake. When Pam Bondi was ordered, I heard by Susie Wiles, but at this point, we don't know that yet. When Pam Bondi was ordered to, quote, clean this up, they put 1,000 people in the FBI going through the Trump documents. There was even a training video on how to go through these documents, these 302s, and all this other information about how to look for Donald Trump's name and how to flag it in a spreadsheet, okay? I don't know who the source for the Wall Street Journal is. It could be Pam Bondi, trying to somehow salvage her reputation. It could be Kash Patel, who has been rumored to be talking all over DC about this stuff, because he's after her job. It could be Dan Bing Bongo, who God knows what the fuck he wants except to go back to his podcast. If I was him, I'd already be out the door. But folks, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Their cover-up is exploding in their faces right now. Their cover-up is completely fucked. They have no way to unspin, to unring this bell, to unwind this, to fix this. This is evolving from a stupid cover-up to a cover-up that makes the incompetence of the Watergate cover-up look like the greatest conspiracy of all time. The leaks are starting. You put 1,000 people on this fucking job, and by the way, the theory was, oh, well, no one will see all the materials. They were all entering all the materials into one fucking spreadsheet on a SharePoint or something similar. Guys, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Rupert Murdoch plays for keeps. You may not like him. He may be 94 years old. He may be a human crocodile hybrid, whatever you think. But they're not playing this from a weak hand. They're playing it from a strong hand. Trump has the weak hand here. Trump is the one who's on defense. All the bullshit today, by the way, don't take any of the bait about the Tulsi Gabbard Russia bullshit. It's all just garbage, okay? It's all just trying to feed the boobs in the MAGA base some bait so they'll shut up. You're trying to chum them so they'll be like, I can't think about anything else but Tulsi Gabbard saying that Jim Crow. It's all bullshit. They're not going to buy it either, okay? Donald Trump is covering up the Epstein files because he's in the Epstein files. We told you from the beginning. This idea that Trump is going to go and send Todd Blanche, his hitman, down to visit Ghislaine Maxwell in Florida give her a deal, give her a pardon, give her something in exchange for her silence or her deception. If you have a cover-up that's falling apart, that's already completely idiotic, that's broken from stem to stern, top to bottom, do you really go and try to talk to the one living eyewitness on the criminal side of this equation and offer them a bribe? It's so desperate and so crazy that it would take an 80-year-old senile weirdo like Donald Trump to come up with it. I know MAGA loves to believe, oh, Trump always gets away with everything. Y'all, he has already not gotten away with this. This cover-up has officially failed as of today. Trump is in the Epstein files. Get it through your heads, MAGA. Your boy was part of a friendship, a relationship, a set of sexual contacts included in that list with the people that Jeffrey Epstein trafficked. And their brilliant idea to unfuck this situation is to go and send Todd Blanche, his legal hitman in the DOJ, to try to bribe one of the living witnesses of the criminality. It defies even the most rudimentary logic. They're literally going to try to bribe the woman who was the facilitator and the designer of a child sex trafficking ring. Let that percolate in your heads, MAGA. Your boy is trying to bribe the woman who is the center of all of your frantic QAnon fantasies about global pedophile rings. She's the one who set up the girls, as she called them, the nubiles. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Today is probably the worst day of Donald Trump's adult life. There's nothing easy about this for him right now. The whole thing with Tulsi Gabbard today didn't work. It's not going to work. Pam Bondi is in absolute chaos and hell right now because these leaks are gonna keep coming. They're not over. You think this second story was the last thing the Journal has? You think this is the second story is the last thing they've got in the pocket? You're out of your mind. And the fact now that they're denying all of this still, even though we know Trump is in the Epstein files, is going to make more people leak. More people are going to defend themselves. Nobody wants to be the last guy when the music stops playing about covering up the Epstein files. It's a cover-up. It's a cover-up led by your government to protect Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is protecting himself, but he's also protecting a claque of other billionaire sex offenders who were also Jeff Epstein running buddies and friends. MAGA, you guys got taken. You hate me, you hate us, fine, whatever. But you should know, every step now that you take that isn't asking for the truth, for the full revelation of these files, you're now accomplices. You're now enablers. Because Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Thanks, folks. We'll see you again.